Today is July 7th, 2025. This is Read Through the Bible.
Hi, everyone.
And today's going to be a good day.
We have SR and Jenna and baby June coming.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about that. And Hannah and Derek are already here.
Yeah.
So, we're going to have a full house.
This is like pre-vacation vacation a little bit.
Right.
With all of our kids coming and descending upon our house and being here for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
2 weeks before then we head out to California for our vacation.
Yes. And they're here because they want to be together and with all of us, but they also are coming to have some time at West Rock.
Yeah.
Wake Park.
They love that place.
So.
Yep. Hannah has worked there for a long time. She's going to do a camp.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep. If you don't know about it, look up West Rock.
I'll put on the show notes a
Okay,
couple videos for you to help describe what it is. It's a great place. Okay, today we are reading Deuteronomy 30 and 31. And boy, you mentioned yesterday, just right at the end of the podcast, how Proverbs 8 and all of Proverbs really sounds about like Deuteronomy 30. Deuteronomy 30, God just places before the people a choice between life and death.
But I think in chapter 8, it's wisdom personified and pleading with the people. Please choose my ways.
Yep.
It's so full of blessings. And yet Proverbs 8 ends and says, but he who fails to find me injures himself. All who hate me love death. And we're going to read about that here in Deuteronomy.
Yeah, Moses is going to plead with them and just say, choose life. Okay, Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. And when all these things come upon you, the blessing and the curse which I have set before you, and you call them to mind among all the nations where the Lord your God has driven you, and return to the Lord your God, you and your children, and obey his voice in all that I command you today, with all your heart and with all your soul, then the Lord your God will restore your fortunes and have mercy on you, and he will gather you again from all the peoples where the Lord your God has scattered you. If your outcasts are in the uttermost parts of heaven, from there the Lord your God will gather you, and from there he will take you. And the Lord your God will bring you into the land that your fathers possessed, that you may possess it. And he will make you more prosperous and numerous than your fathers, which were prosperous and numerous as far as the stars in the heaven and the sand of the seashore. And the Lord your God will circumcise your heart and the heart of your offspring, so that you will love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, that you may live. And the Lord your God will put all these curses on your foes and enemies who persecuted you, and you shall again obey the voice of the Lord and keep his commandments that I command you today. The Lord your God will make you abundantly prosperous in all the work of your hand, in the fruit of your womb, and in the fruit of your cattle, and in the fruit of your ground. For the Lord will again take delight in prospering you, as he took delight in your fathers, when you obey the voice of the Lord your God, to keep his commandments and his statutes that are written in this book of the law, when you turn to the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Now, even in this passage, like Moses even predicts the rebellion, they're going to turn astray, but there's going to be a time when they come back to the Lord, and God's going to bless them even more abundantly than Abraham. I do believe this is what Paul was talking about in Romans 11 when he speaks about partial hardenings come upon Israel, and when the fullness of the Gentiles comes in, Romans 11, verse 25, all Israel will be saved. I think that's potentially what he's talking about here, when God just restores a focus, a revival in Israel to recognize their Messiah, believe in Jesus, and be saved as a nation. But here's the choice for this generation right here.
Okay, verse 11, for this commandment that I command you today is not too hard for you, neither is it far off. It is not in heaven. It is not in heaven that you should say, who will ascend to heaven for us and bring it to us, that we may hear it and do it? Neither is it beyond the sea that you should say, who will go over the sea for us and bring it to us, that we may hear it and do it? But the word is very near you. It is in your mouth and in your heart, so that you can do it. So it's not far off, it's very near.
Yeah, this goes back to the theme of Deuteronomy from chapter 4. What wonderful God we have, what a great law we have, and this law is right close to you. You don't have to go searching it out. Paul quotes this passage in Romans 10, 6 through 8, just about ascending to heaven. It's right here. It is right there. It's in your mouth. It's in your heart. And Moses right here is just presenting it before the people. See, I've set before you today life and good and death and evil. If you obey the commandments of the Lord your God that I command you today, by loving the Lord your God, by walking in his ways, and by keeping his commandments and his statutes and his rules, then you shall live and multiply, and the Lord your God will bless you in the land that you are entering to take possession of it. But if your heart turns away, and you will not hear, but are drawn away to worship other gods and serve them, I declare to you today that you shall surely perish. You shall not live long in the land that you are going over the Jordan to enter in to possess it. I call heaven and earth witness against you today that I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore choose life, that you and your offspring may live, loving the Lord your God, obeying his voice, and holding fast to him. For he is your life and length of days, that you may dwell in the land that the Lord swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. Wow, I mean, this almost sounds like a new covenant preacher right here, like urging people. That's what Moses is. These are his last sermons that he is giving to the people of Israel, urging them to choose life, to choose the way of obedience and blessing.
Yeah.
And I think even if, you write down a summary like we're encouraging you to do, just even here's the choice, life and death would be even as simple as that. Promised restoration for repentance and choosing life.
Right. The choice of life and death and blessing and cursing.
Yep.
Okay, chapter 31. So Moses continued to speak these words to all Israel, and he said to them, I am 120 years old today. I am no longer able to go out and come in. The Lord has said to me, you shall not go over this Jordan. The Lord your God himself will go over before you. He will destroy these nations before you so that you shall dispossess them. And Joshua, maybe he put his arm on Joshua's shoulder there.
Yep.
And Joshua will go over at your head as the Lord has spoken. And the Lord will do to them as he did to Sihon and Og, the king of the Amorites, and to their land when he destroyed them. And the Lord will give them over to you, and you shall do to them according to the whole commandment that I have commanded you. And that was to wipe them out completely, leave none of their gods, no trace. And then verse 6, be strong and courageous. Do not fear or be in dread of them. For it is the Lord your God who goes with you. He will not leave you or forsake you.
Yep, this is a common message that God gave to Joshua. Be strong and courageous. We'll see this more in this chapter. We'll see it in Joshua chapter 1.
And the promise of his presence. For the Lord your God is with you.
Yep. Verse 7, then Moses summoned Joshua and said to him in the sight of all Israel, be strong and courageous, for you shall go with this people into the land that the Lord has sworn to put their fathers to give them, and you shall put them in possession of it. It is the Lord who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed.
Then Moses wrote this law and gave it to the priests, the sons of Levi, who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and to all the elders of Israel. And Moses commanded them, at the end of every 7 years, at the set time in the year of release, at the Feast of Booths, when all Israel comes to appear before the Lord your God at the place he will choose, you shall read this law before all Israel in their hearing. So they need to hear it again and again and again.
Every 7 years.
Yep.
And we're doing it in 2 years for you.
That's right. And they had to come and physically be present to hear. But now today, through
great technology,
the wonders of technology, you
all
can...
across the United States and even the world.
Yeah. Verse 12, assemble the people, men, women, and little ones. Ooh, the kids are included. And the sojourner within your towns, that they may hear and learn to fear the Lord your God, and be careful to do all the words of this law. So they need to hear and learn to fear and be careful to do all the words of the law. Verse 13, and that their children who have not known it may hear and learn to fear the Lord your God, as long as you live in the land that you are going over the Jordan to possess.
And the Lord said to Moses, behold, the days approach when you must die. Call Joshua and present yourselves in the tent of meeting, that I may commission him. And Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves in the tent of meeting, and the Lord appeared in the tent in a pillar of cloud, and the pillar of cloud stood over the entrance of the tent.
And the Lord said to Moses, behold, you are about to lie down with your fathers. Then this people will rise and whore after the foreign gods among them in the land that they are entering, and they will forsake me and break my covenant that I have made with them.
Wow, just
poor
what
Moses.
Yeah.
He's tried so hard to tell them not to do this. And then God says, oh, they're going to do it.
Yep, they're going to go astray.
Verse 17, then my anger will be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them and hide my face from them, and they will be devoured, and many evils and troubles will come upon them, so that they will say in that day, have not these evils come upon us because our God is not among us? And I will surely hide my face in that day because of all the evil that they have done, because they have turned to other gods.
Now therefore write this song and teach it to the people of Israel. So the song is referring to chapter 32. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the people of Israel. For when I have brought them into the land flowing with milk and honey, which I swore to give to their fathers, and they have eaten and are full and grown fat, they will turn to other gods and serve them and despise me and break my covenant.
And when prosperity does.
Yeah, and
it leads to forsaking God.
Yeah,
sometimes.
It's also, it doesn't take God by surprise that Israel turned away. In fact, this is just like what I preached yesterday in John chapter 13. Jesus warned about Judas, and he falls away and just says, basically, I'm telling you now so that when it happens, you're not going to be surprised. And I'm not surprised at what's going to happen with Israel. Verse 21, and when many evils and troubles have come upon them, this song shall confront them as a witness. For it will live unforgotten in the mouths of their offspring. For I know that they are inclined to do even today, before I have brought them into the land that I swore to give. Wow. So Moses wrote this song the same day and taught it to the people of Israel.
It's a case for learning things by song.
Yeah, but this is a song kind of condemnation that's going to remind them of how he blessed them and how they turned away.
Okay, verse 23. And the Lord commissioned Joshua the son of Nun and said, be strong and courageous, for you shall bring the people of Israel into the land that I swore to give them. I will be with you.
When Moses had finished writing the words of this law in a book to the very end, Moses commanded the Levites who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord, take this book of the law and put it beside the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, that it may be there for a witness against you. For I know how rebellious and stubborn you are. Behold, even today, while I am yet alive with you, you have been rebellious against the Lord. How much more after my death? Assemble to me all the elders of your tribes and your officers, that I may speak these words in their ears and call heaven and earth to witness against them. For I know that after my death you will surely act corruptly and turn aside from the way that I have commanded you. And in the days to come, evil will befall you, because you will do what is evil in the sight of the Lord, provoking him to anger through the work of your hands.
Verse 30, then Moses spoke the words of this song until they were finished in the ears of all the assembly of Israel.
And we will hear that song tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.